Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am Maz and I hope you're having a splendid day. Today's video is going to be a bit different. We will talk some about the status of the car, meaning what is planned, and also we will do a modification, hopefully. However, the video will be recorded in separate days because tomorrow I'm dropping the car off at the dealer to get the boot lid resprayed, or at least some part of it, and the rear fender, as those two parts have been nudging each other. Let me show you what I mean. So here, as you can see, the paint has been chipped because the boot lid has at some point in time or several times nudged the rear fender here, and the paint has been damaged then. So what the dealer told me is they will try one option. Instead of respraying the whole deck lid, is to actually put paint strip on top and a paint strip beneath, and then they will spray in between to try to cover this. However, I've told them I am very picky and I will not accept it if it's not a good result. So let's see about that. And also this part, then I think they will just do a spot paint work on that. I have since previously also had the door painted, spot painted, and also the front fender, because the door had at some point nudged the front fender, so that has been resprayed as well, similar to what we had on the boot lid. The modification I was talking about is that we're finally gonna have a rear spoiler installed on the car. I was planning to do it myself, but now that I got time scheduled for the respray of the boot lid, I have asked them if they are able to install then a spoiler here, and that is the GT350 Track Pack Spoiler. So we will do an unboxing later in the video. And as you may or may not know, that requires to drill holes if you don't have the factory spoiler, which I don't have, because that spoiler was not available on the 2018 models here in Sweden. So hopefully we have a template, etc. in the packaging, so it will be easier to do the drilling. If the dealer says they can't do it, then we will do it ourselves here in the garage and take our time doing so, and we will record it. However, I will bring the spoiler with me there tomorrow and see what they can do. So next in the video we will do an unboxing of the actual GT350 Track Pack Spoiler and see also what's included in the package. Once that's done, we will actually stop the video for today and we will head on to the dealership tomorrow, and we will continue the video after that. Let's open this bad boy up and see what's included in the box. I hope we have a drill template included. Yes, drill template. So the spoiler is out. However, there are some blemishes. I don't know if you can, if it's coming through in the video, I'm not sure. There are scratches on the paint, but I mean, that's going to be inevitable anyway. I'll see if I can buff it off with the polisher. It looks really nice, and I believe it's going to be a awesome addition to the rear of the car then. Also included in the package was a installation instruction guide, which will come in handy. Also there were 4 bolts, so some hardware as well, and also the template itself. I'll roll this out and we can see what it looks like. I would assume it needs to be cut out. And this is the template, so it needs to be cut out, and it has a lot of good instructions on where you need to align, where you need to tape, etc. And also of course then where you need to drill the holes. What I will do is I will bring this with me tomorrow to the workshop, or sorry, to the paint shop and see what they say. If they can do it, then I'll let them do it. Otherwise, we'll bring it back home and we will do the surgery ourselves. That was the unboxing of the GT350 Track Pack Spoiler. I think it's going to be an awesome addition to the car's appearance. However, we will wait with the install then to see if the dealer will do it tomorrow or if I will do it myself here in the garage. Either way, it is going to be interesting. I will end the video for today and we will start recording again tomorrow. For you, it's the same time or day or whatever, because it will be edited, of course. So otherwise it's going to be a long video, me sleeping, and yeah, you know, no, that's not a good idea. So let's see you tomorrow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new rainy day. The car was all detailed and lovely, not so much anymore. So we are on our way to the dealership to drop the car off, and as you can see in the back I have the spoiler. Hopefully they can help me install it, otherwise again then we will do it ourselves. And why we are dropping off the car at the dealership at all is for them to paint the boot lid as we talked earlier in the video. Also, I have asked them to clock my bushings on the front suspension and on the rear suspension, and clocking the bushings mean everywhere where we have rubber bushings more or less we want to release the tension because the car is lowered. I have asked to do this at 3 different occasions, but I am still not convinced that this has been done by any of the wheel alignment shops, etc. So what they will do is release some of the bolts in the front, LCA, RCA, etc., and also on the rear where we have the toe link arm and so on, and release those bolts so the car will sit and release the tension then on those bushings, and then re-torque those bolts. So hopefully they can help me out with that. If not, I will specifically ask them, if you're able to do it, do it, otherwise don't touch it, and we'll find a solution for that. And also the trimming around the, one of the small rear windows at the back, it's not glued properly and it's not aligned properly, but they said if it is supposed to be replaced, then the whole window needs to be taken out and new window needs to be put back in place. And I also have tint back there, so I don't know if we're gonna go that route, but I'll ask them again and see what they say, but I don't think that's something that's planned for today anyway. And also I have started to have some I don't know, some tapping sound when I roll down my window on the driver's side, and I'll ask them to have a look at that as well. So let's head on over there and drop the car off, and as usual I don't think I will be able to film anything inside there. They're usually not that keen on being filmed, so we'll drop the car off and see. Hopefully also we get a loaner, I don't know, let's see. The car has now been dropped off and hopefully we will get it back by tomorrow, but most likely will be Monday, I would guess. I got a Ford Mondeo, and can you see, we are lucky as Mustang owners to feel special. The key fob is exactly the same. However, it's a pretty nice car, and we will then have it for a couple of days then or over the weekend. So they will paint the boot lid and they will help me drilling the holes in the boot, hopefully then for the GT350 Track Pack Spoiler, and also they will try to clock the bushings if they have time. So I went over all the specs and also provided them pictures with what they need to do. So let's see. For now I don't have anything more to add, so we will stop the video and continue once I have the car back. Have a nice weekend, but for you again, then you are seeing this in one go, yeah, later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the Mustang and it feels as great as always. I forgot I had a meeting, so I'm on my way home now and I need to call in for that, so we'll do a review, preview, or I don't know, whatever with the GT350 spoiler
I assume you have already seen a ton of those anyway, but anyhow, so that's mounted and it looks so delicious. Yeah, I can say for now, if you are considering a GT3 Track Pack Spoiler, get it done now. Don't wait, because it looks, honestly, it looks really good. Pictures and so on, it doesn't fully give the whole how should I say, picture or experience of what the spoiler is on the car. So if you have not seen one live, if you like it in pictures and videos, I promise you will like it even more in real life, so to speak. And also with regards to what we initially had the car at the dealer for, which was to get that paint chip on the boot lid and also on the rear fender fixed. That has been done as well, and it looks flawless. You can't see that there has been a damage there, and you can't see that something has been resprayed at all, which is a really good thing, because I was worried that it wouldn't turn out well and that we would have to respray the whole boot lid, and with all the complications which that can lead to with colors not matching, etc. So that's also really good. With regards to the bushings being clogged, they helped me out with the rear suspension then, but not on the front suspension. So I'll see if I can do that myself, or if we need to find a shop that can help me out on that as well. I just hope that they have clocked the bushings with the correct torque. I hope so. I don't know how to check it, because it's quite difficult to actually do it yourself on the driveway, etc. So I'll take their word for it. But let's head on home and I'll have my meeting, and then we will talk a bit about the spoiler, and also we can see the results from the paint job. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now finished with our daily activities. So all the meetings, etc. are finished. We have my beautiful 2018 Mustang GT right here. Sorry for it being so dirty. I don't dare to wash it just yet because of this beautiful thing here, which is the GT350 Track Pack Spoiler, and it was just recently installed, and I want the 3M double-sided tape to adhere before we clean the car. But look at it, it looks so nice. Let me see if I can get it from a distance as well. As I was mentioning earlier, if you're considering this spoiler, do it. It looks much better in real life or in person than it does on pictures. It's actually a little bit bigger than you would expect just from seeing it on pictures and so on, but yeah, I mean, look how well it fits with the lines of the car. Really nice. Let's see if I can get some from here as well. Yeah, and also, as this is an OEM GT350 track package, we have no issues with regards to fit and finish. Everything is well executed. Everything lines up really nicely, as you would expect. The template and the installation instructions that were provided were really thorough. So for the shop to install it, I don't think it was a big issue. They didn't at least say anything to me. So that is the spoiler. Really nice. The main reason why we did have the car at the shop was then to fix the paint chip, which I had here somewhere, where the boot lid had actually nudged the rear fender. I don't know if this comes through now in the sun, but here you can't see anything anymore. And also the paint, or the paint job they did here, is absolutely flawless, because one cannot see anything at all that this has been resprayed. So I'm really happy with that. As you can see from this angle as well, there's nothing to complain about.
So that is really good, so I'm really happy about that. And also one thing then I asked them to do was to clock the bushings, and they were able to clock the bushings on the rear but not on the front. So the front we have to see if we can do it ourselves or if we have to let a shop do it. Another thing I asked them to do was to align the door, because this part right here was poking out a bit. It still does, but not as much as before. So this I am also really happy with. As you can see, there are no major gaps, etc., which is really nice. Oh man, she looks so dirty now, so beautiful. Dirty and beautiful, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are reaching the final stages of the video. I couldn't stay where I was parked at. It was a secluded parking area. Actually, two guys parked some 200-300 yards away, starting smoking pot. So I thought I'll drive away from there before something bad happens. So we are in the car now again. Well, that was fun, I think personally. So again, today's video is not going to be a long one. You don't have to hear me blabber anymore. Again then, so the GT350 Track Pack Spoiler, I intended to do that install myself, but when we got the opportunity to get the boot lid painted, that's why I had the shop installing it. So today's video is a bit different. All videos cannot be the same, so I'm not doing any how-to or install guide or whatever you want to call it. But I hope it still gave you some insights, and also if you have any questions with regards to the GT350 Track Pack Spoiler or anything else, just hit me up in the comment sections below. And also I am planning to track the car both the quarter mile and on a racetrack. However, with regards to the quarter mile tracks, we don't have that many opportunities anymore, unfortunately, in Sweden, to actually for the regular public or whatever you want to call it to drive. There is one coming up on the 18th of May, so which is almost in 2 weeks time. So I hope I can go to that one. And also one of the larger car magazines here in Sweden usually have a larger track day on the racetrack. I did unfortunately put my interest down too late, so now I'm on the waiting list. So there is no open spot yet, but I'm hoping that someone will cancel their seat and so on, so we can go there and have some fun. If we cannot go to that one, we will see if we can go to something else here in Sweden then and give it a go. We also have a bunch of exterior mods left to do, so videos are coming with regards to that. I wish I could give you an install of a Whipple or a headers or E85 tune, because we got that all over the place here in Sweden. Unfortunately, with the track history of my engine, I don't dare to touch it just yet. So we'll see if we do something, at least something with regards to the horsepower side of things, so to speak. Anyhow, give me 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe, and until the next time.